It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's a Monday, so we're talking relationships, and today we are asking, what does money mean to you in your life? What kind of relationship do you share with the moolah? And we're back with clinical psychologist Asha Dulab to unpack this topic. So please do weigh in with your questions and your comments on our Facebook page. We'd love to hear from you. Asha, thanks so much for continuing the conversation with us. Picking up where we left off, the complexity of a relationship, it's difficult enough. You throw money in, and with the baggage that generally comes with it, it makes it even more difficult. How do we make it constructive? How do we broach talking about money with our partner? And obviously this is a relationship generally that's gone on for a longer period. I would assume if you're starting to look at your shared financial responsibilities and mindset, what's the best way to approach money within a relationship?
Definitely have authentic conversations about it. Really dig deep into your fears. What are you fearing with regard to money? Because fears are, it comes up all the time, and especially now when we are faced with such unpredictable times, there's lots of anxiety. And with anxiety, there's no space for creativity. So we're trying to make money and trying to get out of our difficult times, but we are loaded with anxiety. So have more conversations, speak about your budgets, speak about your history with money, your gains, your losses, and what feels comfortable for you. It's very, very important, isn't it?
And it's amazing, just that act of communication, how much that eases the anxiety regardless. The pressures will still be there, but it's amazing. Just one conversation, speaking from my own experience, that can just lift that veil of uncertainty because,
Yes.
and also then you're in it together.
Absolutely.
You've got someone to tackle it. So let's talk about spending money responsibly. I, luckily or unluckily, am not that kind of person who ever regrets money that I've spent. You know, I kind of will pay myself when I want to or need to. If I will, I seldom do I have that post-purchase dissonance, but I know a lot of people really do struggle with the idea of spending money responsibly and will beat themselves up and then get nervous about spending money. How do we get to a position where we are comfortable with actually spending our money and spending it responsibly?
Yeah, that we're speaking about the guilt there. So I think that we need to obviously set our budgets. We need to look at what's essential and not essential, looking at what our wants are versus our needs, and really just gauging into making decisions that are healthy for us with money. You know, sometimes we tend to maybe feel guilty when we overspend. We feel guilty if some of us are even feeling guilty for being privileged to have money.
For sure.
And sometimes we feel guilty for spending money on ourselves or for other people. And we need to really get into this approach of a sense of community, helping each other, asking questions, asking for help if one is struggling, and offering help at the same time.
And it's amazing how the right purchase, and you know, setting aside all of our anxieties, the right purchase at the right time can be something that a great affirmation for yourself to say you've earned that, you deserve it. But for me, I've got to say there is no greater pleasure than being able to pay for my children's needs. That for me is just, it brings about such a great sense of satisfaction. So there's ways that you can use your money to really inspire you and to validate what you're doing. You've mentioned the pressures that we are currently under. So much of that is out of our control. And I think what we desperately want is to feel that we are in control of our money. How do we deal with our relationship with money now during this very difficult COVID-19? As much as we see a brighter future for ourselves now that we are, every step forward seems to be into the positive. We're still not through the woods yet. We've still got pressures. We know that we are still experiencing lockdown. Many industries still heavily impacted. How should we be treating money now during this COVID-19 state of heightened anxiety?
I think that if we are privileged enough to be earning during these times, we are certainly working with money differently already. I think that there's a great sense of saving for the rainy day concept. I think we are looking more carefully as to how we are spending our money. So many people are living more simplistic. They are trying out the more minimalistic life, realizing that we don't actually need so much to survive. We actually need very little. So people are looking at you know, instead of replacing something, they're repairing things at home, or people are cooking more at home, so there's more connection. So in these current times, there's much more connection with what we really, really value and appreciate in life.
So much of what we've spoken about has been reevaluating and looking for new opportunity. Yes, there may be an opportunity now to say, okay, yes, I need to focus on spending less, but maybe there is an opportunity now to focus on making more. Maybe there is a new opportunity, a new version of myself that could have access. Do you think there is an opportunity, a silver lining to what we're going through now?
Absolutely, there's always a silver lining. I think that we are in a space where we have to be thinking out of the box, but we need to first address our anxieties, our stress, in order to get to that place of creativity.
Take a bit of the pressure off yourself. Speak to someone about it. I've just spoken to Usher about it, and I really feel a lot better. I think becoming aware of your relationship with money requires taking a good look inside, as difficult as that can be, but there will be a payoff at the end. Having a plan with what you would like to do is at the heart of it. And stay tuned. Usher is going to delves into how our viewers spent their Valentine's Day a little bit later as well, so we can add a little bit of love to this very complex conversation as well.